From brand new unique rides announced to famous rides being announced to close. From new world record breaking concepts revealed to awards being won by parks, coasters and myself. And from leaks at a theme park convention to leaks somehow coming from the parks themselves, there has been a lot going on. Because all that and even more has happened this past month in theme parks. Yes, welcome back to the most consistent series of all time. Not this past week in theme parks, where we're supposed to look at the past week in news at theme parks, but because I've been away for so long, this episode is a special one, and we're going to be looking at the past month today. And there's usually a lot to go through in 1 week, so a month, we could be here for a year. So if you do want to skip to specific stories, be sure to use the video progress bar chapters below. And be sure to subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. This series will remain weekly from this point onwards, don't worry. So yes, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And be sure to keep your full attention on this video because of course there's a lot to go through. So I'm going to condense a lot of the news down into the quickfire news segment that's probably going to last the entire video. Let's do this! Starting in the US of A. Now, of course, I have been there for the past 2 weeks, so going back, it's going to be a long flight. Oh, for God's sake, I don't even have to fly. I'm there already. And being in Florida right now, let's start there. At Walt Disney World, because they have announced that Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom will be closing in February 2026. We knew this was closing anyway to make way for Tropical Americas. That's happening soon, so we knew Dinosaur was going to close at some point, and yeah, that's now been announced for February 26. They won't be saying, let's go get that dino anymore. They will be saying, let's go close that gate. Forever. That wasn't even funny, that just made me sad. Over in the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, they have now drained the rivers of America and removed over 2,000 fish from the river and relocated them elsewhere. Because you really needed to know that. Over at the Universal Parks in Orlando, not only have construction walls appeared in Islands of Adventure around the Lost Continent, in which I'm still fully lost on what they're going to put in that place, not only has work continued over at the Studios Park on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket and actually had foundations put in the ground for whatever's replacing that. Not only have pieces from Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket now ended up in a shop selling for about $5,000 a piece, which is absolutely ridiculous, but they have also announced that Jurassic Park River Adventure will be undergoing a 10-month refurbishment project starting very, very soon. Are they going to turn this into Jurassic World River Adventure? Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, when's Jurassic Planet? Jurassic Galaxy. I believe that is a full refurbishment and not a retheme or anything like that, so it'll be good to see it in its prime form come later next year when it opens its doors again. And sadly, in the past month, Universal was also home to one of the biggest news stories of the month, where sadly at Epic Universe there was an accident on Stardust Racers and sadly someone did lose their life on it. Said to have spent the whole day with their girlfriend and then they've come into the station on Stardust unresponsive. It's so sad to hear that. The investigation has been fully underway and Stardust has remained closed since it happened, and Universal have said that nothing was wrong with the ride. But no matter how this happened, it's still really sad to see, and my thoughts and prayers are with his family. Also in Florida, Busch Gardens Tampa Bay have finally reopened Kumba, their B&M sit-down roller coaster. Oh, it took them long enough. They said it was going to open in summer. It didn't open by the end of summer, but then, they still have the chance, because they could have opened it by the end of meteorological summer, which ends in late September. And they still didn't hit that mark. But finally, about a week after the end of that meteorological summer, they have reopened Kumba. In a very stupid way, in which they've done pass holder previews where I guess you can only ride the ride if you're at the park and a pass holder on certain days, which again is ridiculous because it's not even a new ride. That kind of doesn't surprise me with Busch Gardens, because you might have seen I did a vlog there recently, link in top right, and the operations were horrific, although a leak from the park has actually said that they are trying to get the operations better and trying to put at least every single coaster on 2 trains when they can, hopefully including Iron Gwazi, because oh my god, I don't even want to talk about that. So hopefully with Kumba back open and that mention of the 2-train operation on everything actually does come into fruition at some point, because right now it's not my favourite place in the world, and I even found out that if you search up worst rated tourist attractions, Busch Gardens is the 4th one that comes up. And at the moment, it's kind of deserved. SeaWorld Orlando, as well as sister park to Busch Gardens, has been making a new announcement every single year for a brand new ride. They had a flying theatre this year. Last year, they had a B&M. The year before, They probably had another B&M. Next year, they are going to be getting a Vekoma suspended dark ride. SeaQuest Legends of the Deep is going to be a brand new dark ride where you're going to encounter extraordinary life forms, breathtaking environments, and inspiring stories of the sea. Sounds like I'm advertising. I'm just reading what they have on their website. And it's a family adventure attraction and surfaces in 2026. You know what? Sounds quite fun. As does, moving out of Florida, the new dark ride coming to Dollywood. And we have been following this construction for quite some time. We saw some track outside the front that looked very much like a Mack rocking boat. Well, we were correct, as we always are on this past week in theme parks. Oh, let's forget about the fact I said this was going to be a flying theatre originally. But it's going to be called Night Flight Expedition, and it's going to have a track length of over 1,200 feet, reach a maximum speed of just under 30 miles an hour, and have a ride duration of over 5 minutes. And you're going to soar over the skies and climb a mountainside, plunge into a rapids and navigate a mysterious lake. Looks like you're going to be doing so much stuff on this ride, and I genuinely cannot wait to see what Dolly would do with that. Six Flags America have officially decided to close Batwing, the Flying Dutchman Vekoma roller coaster, for good early. Of course, that park is closing at the end of this year forever, so they've decided to just, you know, scrap this Batwing coaster off, purely because it's probably costing them a lot of money for maintenance, and what's the point when you're closing at the end of the year? So that is now gone. There's also a rumour that Six Flags on top of that park might be selling another 10 parks on top of that, which is mental. Pantherian, that opened not so long ago at King's Dominion, is experiencing massive technical issues and has been closed for weeks. Raging Bull at Six Flags Great America has now been repainted and is testing with the new repaint. And a huge announcement came out of Six Flags over Texas as well, when they finally gave us details on their brand new B&M GIGA dive coaster, Tormentor Rampaging Run, and this actually looks like quite a fun ride. Obviously, a B&M GIGA dive coaster, it's not exactly going to be the world's best roller coaster, is it? You've got to look at the positives. We haven't even ridden the thing yet. The only thing that really stands out to me is how bloody massive that drop looks compared to the size of that train. Just look at that. And the fact that the height of the ride is 309 feet, but the drop is only 285. Does that mean it's a Giga or a Hyper? First world problems, eh? Either way, I'm sure guests visiting that park will really enjoy that ride when it opens. COTALand have finally released some concept art of what the park is going to look like when it opens. Busch Gardens Williamsburg seem to have put in a brand new trademark for the Bolton Forbidden Turn, which seems like a re-theme or like an upgrade of that ride. That would be pretty cool. Disney's California Adventure have revealed some new motion-based concept art for the new Avengers Infinity Defense ride. Tiger Terror at Safariland is now gone and has already been replaced with another coaster called Congo Cruiser, and this thing actually looks like it's got quite good airtime on it. Intamin have announced some brand new Flume elements that they have created for log flumes, and some of them look pretty crazy. And Galacticoaster, no, not Galactica Alton Towers, a brand new ride coming to Legoland, Florida, has been announced as well. An indoor roller coaster opening in 2026. We knew this was coming, we knew it was happening, but we didn't know it was going to be called Galacticoaster, and we didn't know it would be designed by ART Engineering. Now, if you don't know who they are the same company that made the train for the Wave at Drayton Manor. I wouldn't expect this to be the most smooth ride. It'll probably be a little bit jank, but hopefully the theming makes up for it. Wow, that was a lot of news just from America. And we haven't even moved out of America yet, because we need to talk about the Golden Ticket Awards. Probably the biggest award show that they do for theme parks anywhere in the world, recognizing the best of the best. And you know, there was a lot of epic universe wins in there, such as Monsters Unchained winning Best Dark Ride, and you even had Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry winning Best New Attraction Installation, Stardust winning Best New Roller Coaster, and we even had some ones over here in Europe that won, with Chapas at Phantasialand winning Best Water Ride yet again, and probably the most deserved win, which was Best New Family Attraction for 2025, and that was won by Dance Macabre at Efteling. I love that ride so much, and I'm so glad it's being recognised for how good it is. There was a lot of other golden tickets given out. There was Best Steel Coaster, which Fury 325 won again. Don't even know how that works, but okay. And loads of other ones as well, including another award show that took place here in the UK, where not only did Paultons Park win Best UK Theme Park of the Year, which is so deserved, but also I somehow managed to win an award in the best content creator category, which really does mean so much to me. So thank you so much to anyone that voted. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'm very sad I wasn't there to pick it up, but I'm sure I'll show you the plaque if it arrives. But for now, here's a Dance Macabre cat. Congratulations on your golden ticket, my friend. And before we fully go over to Europe, I'm going to stop in the middle. And we're going to go to the Middle East and Asia for some news over there. First of all, Six Flags Qiddiya, the brand new theme park opening in Saudi Arabia this year, apparently, has begun testing Spitfire, which is a brand new coaster with one of the world's tallest inversions, might be the tallest, and that does look pretty cool. This awful looking roller coaster was testing, and you can literally hear a metal pipe sound effect as it goes round. Funnily enough, they have now abandoned that coaster. Dive coaster at Chimelong Paradise is not looking like it's going to be around for much longer, which will actually be the first B&M dive coaster to close anywhere in the world. And also, rumours have started to circulate that in China, the Taron clone that exists called All Speeds is now nearing the end of its life at that park as well. It is literally a carbon copy of Taron at Phantasialand. They've just painted it brown. And now we can continue our journey through to Europe, where in Barcelona there was a convention called IAPPA to do with the attractions and theme parks industry, and they all sort of come together, all the manufacturers, in one big expo, showcase what they've got on offer. And there was quite a few things here that got leaked before it even started, and at the event, such as the RMC T-Rex model that looks to be on show in the RMC booth, and also the fact that Mack Rides are actually going to be working with Plopsaland Japan, or Plopsaland Belgium, to create a brand new flying theatre towards the entrance of the park, and I think that's going to be a really nice addition to Plopsaland. There wasn't too much more announced there, but we saw a lot of different concepts from Parc Asterix, with their brand new area they're making for 2028, including an Intamin multi-dimension coaster, much like Uncharted at Portaventura, or even the new Minecraft coaster at Chessington that's coming in 2027. This is going to be very similar to that, and yeah, at IAPPA they were showing some videos of the sort of concept of what that coaster can do, not necessarily with the same theme or anything, but just showing that we could see that gyro table or gyro ball thing that all of us only really know from Planet Coaster 2. But that will be a great investment for that park. Efteling held a grand spectacle show, which is the biggest show they seem to have ever done. Drones and fireworks and music and everything. Oh, it looks amazing. Liseberg in Sweden are going to be getting a brand new flat ride next year again, this time an ART Wild Swing. And Toverland in the Netherlands are going to be building a brand new ride in the Port Laguna area, which is going to be a brand new dark ride. And as much as I haven't been to Toverland, as much as I really, really want to go, this seems like exactly what that park needs, and hopefully they can make some more dark rides further in the future. And now we are back in the United Kingdom. I'm finally back home. Hello. Starting with the fact Scarefest at Alton Towers has begun. It's probably the earliest that's ever started, but it looks like a really strong year for that event. You've got loads of theming placed around the park as well, and obviously the new maze, the new scare zone. I'll be checking that out in a future vlog coming very soon. Paultons Park have been busy with Drakon, their brand new Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and they have now installed the track in the station for that, along with now having closed Cobra, Magma, and Edge at the park as well. Magma is an SBF Visa drop tower that is moving to another park somewhere in the UK. And I think we worked out where it's going, and it's become even more clear now they've announced what they've announced. Because Crealy theme park in Devon have announced Pirates Plummet is coming to the park next year. So yeah, the fact that there's this drop tower at Paultons Park that's been said to go somewhere else, and then suddenly Crealy have announced that there's going to be a ride called Pirates Plummet and it drops, I think it's obvious. And I'm sure I'll have to go and give it a go when it does open. Or reopen, technically. There have been some new trademarks made for Universal Studios UK. More on that in a field episode that will come eventually. Merlin are going to be selling off the Lego Discovery Centres to the Lego Group and potentially the Legoland parks as well, which I feel was Merlin's main moneymaker. So that's a bit worrying. And a huge master plan has been released for the brand new Puy de Fou park that's going to open in 2029 here in the UK as well. More of a themed park than a theme park with rides and attractions, because there's a lot of shows and it's more sort of the theming that matters at this park. So as much as that is very exciting to see come to the UK, no, I will not be getting the camping chair out and doing the field too. But tell you what I will be doing, keeping this series weekly from this point onwards. Just wanted to talk a bit about what's happening with the channel. Of course, I've been away vlogging a lot. That will all be coming out in due course, because I even went to Portaventura straight after Florida and vlogged a really, really cool behind the scenes with Intamin, so I really hope you enjoy that when I release that too. But I am back now, so not only will there be those Florida vlogs and the Portaventura one, but you're going to see this past week in theme parks return as normal, and all the Planet Coaster 2 stuff, and everything in between. There's going to be so much to look at and watch. Not just look at, hopefully. So yes, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of that coming forward, because it's a very, very exciting few months from here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Ta-ra!